Hi, and welcome to another episode of the FM26 beta here on Football Manager. So, if you are following the Vanilla FM channel, you may have seen the other video that I released today, talking all about the issues of the beta. Quite a lot of issues. So I'm not going to cover them in this video because I spoke a lot about a lot of them in the other episodes. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the other channel, Vanilla FM, go and look on there because I'm going to discuss quite a lot of the issues that I'm experiencing with the beta on there. So I'm going to gloss through some of them. And we're going to start the managerial journey. It says Lucy Starr sets to embark on the managerial journey. So we are a mid-30s manager looking for the next job. She's expected to bring an attacking mindset to interested teams, but one rooted in pragmatism and improving the goalkeeping department. So I guess that's the kind of the character that I've set out for her. An accomplished figure who attributes success to an attitude of resilience. Starr will intrigue many within the game, and insiders are confident that her traits are well suited to building the sort of culture expected in many jobs now. A lower league veteran as a player, she has spent some time in grassroots recruitment setups, but is now seeking an altogether different challenge. So we're going to start our career here. I'm going to save it. Save. Okay, so we have arrived at our portal. And this looks dynamic because in the other save I don't have this jobs list. In this save I do. This means that maybe for the first time in the game yet, I haven't pressed the spacebar yet. I haven't pressed the continue button yet. Because I've had so many issues so far. It's day 2 and I haven't even progressed in any of my saves so far. One thing of note, I've had to go back and alter, so I basically started again. Because I forgot to do some work in the advanced settings. So things like attribute masking, which I will use in this save. I'm going to use the attribute masking feature. And there was a couple of things that I changed on there, but it wasn't immediately obvious that you needed to do that before pressing continue when you're setting up the database. So I have flagged that up in the other video. You will see strange things appearing in the text. That's because I've set my font as quite large to help out the YouTube community to actually see properly the game. But they've obviously haven't encountered what if people actually use. It's so strange. So if you go to preferences, they haven't accounted for the fact that if you select large or larger, they actually need to make stuff bigger, as in like these boxes have to be bigger somehow. All of this needs to be bigger. They haven't accounted for that, so that everything gets a bit squiffy. Anyway, I'm going to go to the managerial vacancies and see what we can see there. 0. Is that it? Is that career? Is that it? Okay. So there are no jobs right now. That's what I can see. Oh, hello. Career. There are many ways to become successful. In career section of the game, keep track of your attributes, tendencies, relationship, and job market to grow your impact of the football world. So this is all about keeping the story of the manager. So here you can see the profile and contract. Obviously, we are unemployed at the moment. It says the coaching qualifications. The top attributes, I'm not really suited to anything, apparently. Any badges? So this I can study to receive a higher badge. We'll try that in a minute. I don't know if we can study if you're unemployed. So, yeah, we'll see that in a minute. Relationships, you build those through time, through contact, those interactions with players, with other managers, through loans, etc., through transfers, and also media, etc., and your staff, of course. Jobs list. So this is important, so we'll read it for this save. Whether you're a one-club manager in the making or someone who sees themselves moving around different clubs during the course of their career, keeping track of the job market will help you chart your course forward. It also keeps you informed of situations at other clubs when other managers, potentially rivals of yours, are coming under pressure. Okay. So there are no jobs at the moment. I find that very hard to believe. Surely that there will be jobs somewhere in the world. Surely. I don't believe that 1 second. Badges. I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, so you can't study unless you're in a club. I guess that makes sense, because obviously when you're studying for these things, it's usually sponsored by the club, and also it gives you a practical element to your studies as well. Now, I don't believe for a second that there are no jobs in the whole wide world. Surely that can't be right. Okay, let's press continue. Ooh, interview with the Welsh football, blah de blah. The Welsh Football Informer will be in touch with some questions. Are you open to work abroad? Respond. I've always been keen to take a job in a different country, so if there are teams out there, I'm available. Okay, yeah, let's do that. It appears to us if your bosses will more will approach the game. I guess that's right. It's not a big thing. It's not the biggest thing in the world, and you've got to feel comfortable in your attire, right? Okay, whatever. Okay, leave the meeting. Meetings are still a bit meh. It does show you incoming messages. Oh, Pontypridd United has offered me a job interview. So Pontypridd is the home city of this character that I've created, and actually the local club has offered me a job, so an interview. So Pontypridd United board have invited you to attend an interview with them, as they wish to discuss with you possibility of becoming their new manager. The board are impressed with your record, which is why we have identified you as one of our top candidates. One of the reasons the board have decided to offer you an interview is because they feel you would be an acceptable fit for the club's realistic vision for the future. The interview will give the board an opportunity to discuss their ambitions and plans with you in more detail, so we can reinforce our belief in your suitability for the role. Let me take a look at the club profile a second. Semi-professional, that's their kit. It doesn't give me like what the managerial aspirations are, the board aspirations are, but I guess we'll see in a minute. Facilities are quite good. Wow, okay. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We believe you could be the manager. Great. Great to be here. Let's get started. So, we don't want a repeat of our last manager, who we had to part companies with earlier than expected. Are you going to be around for a while? There is no tomorrow. Everyone has to win today. That's my motto. See, I don't want to settle down. See that this goes against the traveling. Now, yeah, I could say I don't care about previous managers. I'm only focused on what I bring to the table. If hired, we would expect you to battle against relegation. With us unable to consider keeping you in the role should we be relegated, do you think we can do better than that? I think we could aim a little bit higher and avoid relegation. If given the job, I would be able to meet expectations and of trying to battle against relegation. I'm gonna go exceed expectations here. Will your proposed wage budget of blah 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 be sufficient to achieve your aims? Okay, so this is a risky one. Let's see what the options are. Let's start with compromise. I don't need a big budget. I can probably work with a smaller budget. No, definitely not. I would need a slightly larger budget than the one proposed. I don't feel the proposed figure is large enough to build a squad to meet the proposed expectations. I'd be happy to work with the proposed wage budget. Should I get the role? It's a big enough budget to attract the quality of player required. See, I have no idea how big this budget is in the context of Welsh women's football. So I literally have no idea. So I'm going to agree in this, and if I get sacked, I get sacked. Do you have any requests for us to consider in order to help move the club forward? Ooh. If hired, I would like the board to build a new stadium? No. If hired, I would like the board to improve the club's training facilities? No, they're quite good already. Oh, this might be quite good. If hired, I'd like the club to set up a partnership with a senior club. This might be quite good. If hired, yes, this is what we need. If hired, I would like the board to allow me to continue my development by taking a course towards earning my next coaching badge. Yes, this is what we want for this save, because it's all about the manager's story. I'm not so interested in this save about the clubs. We essentially manage a few different clubs throughout the world. It's all about the manager's story. So yes, it's all about improving. I need to improve at the moment because my stats are quite poor. So, okay. We don't believe you need more qualifications. Okay. There is no need for you to take the next course. I'm going to say yes for now, just so I can get my first job. You know what I mean? So, I don't want to keep looking. I don't think, especially with the manager as I am now, I can't really turn down a job offer because I need some experience to start improving my stats. So I'm going to back down and I'm going to say I accept. Okay. Okay, I'm going to accept. And no, actually, I was going to ask about the senior affiliate thing, wasn't I? We don't agree. Okay, I'm going to accept that. And I'm going to say no, good thanks. Okay, end the chat. And I'm guessing they'll get back to me. Hopefully I got the job. Sheffield. Interesting. Okay, let's go for an interview with Sheffield. Thank you for agreeing to speak to us. The club is looking to hire a manager comfortable with working within the limits. Yeah, so this is all about not using the wage budget. So I'll focus on football and let everything else take care of itself. I guess I'm in for the challenge. I'm looking forward to it. I know I'll be able to look after the close part. I'm gonna go medium here because I think I'm under the impression that I might spend a lot of money. So I'm gonna go middle of the park. Would you be comfortable working with Aaron Little? I'm more than happy to work with him. Yeah, sure. If hired, we expect you to avoid relegation, with us unable to consider you in a role if you would be relegated. I'm gonna say I think that's a fair target to aim for. Or I'm gonna exceed. I'm gonna exceed. Middle table. A wage budget of 12,000. That's way bigger than Pontypridd. I'm going to say I agree. Do you have any requests? Oh, I'm going to ask the same thing, see what they say. Continue study for my development. Oh, they think I'm sufficiently qualified. Again. Wow. Okay, that really surprises me. I don't think I am. Clubs recruitment with a parent club. Oh, maybe I pressed the wrong button when I was looking at Pontypridd. Okay, what else can I ask for? The club's academy to the next attainable level. Youth recruitment, youth coaching system. See, youth is already quite good. I'm not going to ask anything for now. Okay, and I'm going to go for the news round. Someone got sacked. See, I don't really care what happens when you open these. Okay, fine. Real Madrid, Pablo de Lucas. Okay, fine, whatever. So you got all these little snippets to look at. Weekly jobs. Oh, hello. So these guys have interviewed me. Barry Town, we can apply. See, this here says 0 jobs available, but we definitely have jobs available. I'm going to apply for the job. And I'm going to, shall I declare interest as well? No, continue. Okay, Barry wants an interview. Let's see what the interview looks like with Barry. So it's all going to be about interviews this episode, I think. Okay, so can you explain why you appear to be interested in running for a few jobs right now? It doesn't look good. If you want me to withdraw from all other ones, okay. I don't think it's an unreasonable number of clubs to be talking to. I'm merely considering my options. I'm just trying to forge ahead with my career. I'm merely considering my options. We're aiming to stay clear of the relegation fight. Is that something you are? Yeah, I'm going to say... I think for this answer, I'm always going to exceed expectations a little bit. I'm going to say yes, I can agree with that. Yes, I can agree with that. Is there any request that you'd like us to consider? Let's ask the same questions as before. So, continue with my development. We don't believe they want to do that. Okay. Stadium, corporate. I'm happy. I'm going to say no requests for now. And end the chat. We've had a job offer from Sheffield United. So, this is actually the best offer we would get from neither Barry Town or Pontypridd can pay us, can give us a club this good to work with. So we have I don't think, I think I'm right about that, right? So Sheffield United, where are they playing? WSL2, and then obviously Barry Town. Oh, hello. Why am I leaving the meeting? That back button shouldn't have happened like that. Barry Town. How do I get back to the portal? See, this is empty. This shouldn't be empty. That feels wrong. Managerial vacancies. That feels wrong. Okay, overview. And then we had... God, this is really bad. Barry Town. Barry Town, they are obviously in the Adrian Premier. And how does it compare now? So national messages. Can I go like that? Yeah, I can, apparently. Sheffield United. National as well. I think they are comparable, but Sheffield United will have more money, I'm guessing. Also, we can look at the capacity of the stadiums and stuff to try and determine this kind of thing. So Pontypridd, 1,000. Barry, a bit bigger. Sheffield, they might play in their... Yeah, also they have the best facilities, right? Yeah, okay, let's go with them. Let's say yes. So we have a club. We have a club, and the club is Sheffield United. We haven't signed the contract yet. But so we have a 1-year contract, 2-year contract, with some increases. I've never been really good at negotiating contracts, so I'm just going to ask for a bit more. Let's go for that. And I'm going to suggest the terms. These seem acceptable. Okay, so a little bit more. So I'm going to be earning £330 a week. Let me do a quick Google search. 2 seconds. So where are we going to live? Sheffield. That's not a huge amount of money. Let's go for Rightmove. How much of your salary should you put aside for rent, I reckon? I don't know, probably like a fourth, right? So that would be a week. So that would be 300. What can I rent for £330 a week? Sheffield. And sorry, you probably should put this on the screen, but I can't at the moment. Right, so we're going to go for a maximum of 350, just to be a little bit more generous. And go search. What can we get in Sheffield? And let's put some preferences down. We don't want to have shared accommodation. Or retirement, student or retirement. Okay, so basically students. Or retirement. Oh, hang on, I'm looking at this wrong. So, no retirement homes, no student accommodation, no house shares. You can get... You can get a garage. You can get a room share in a terrace house, or a dingy little apartment. It's basically you can get a house share, a really bad house share. So I'm going to be sharing a house. Let's say I'll put a picture on the screen now of my bedroom in my house share. So this is. I'm going to take a screenshot and then I'll add it in the edit. That's my room at the moment in Sheffield. Okay, in a 4-bedroom house share. There we go. I'm going to exit the talks, or can I press continue? Will that do the same? I think that might do something similar. And in the next episode, we're going to get into these actions. So once you found the club, you have a few actions to do. I'm now the proud manager of Sheffield United women's team in the WSL2. And we'll get into all of that in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching until the end today. It is very buggy and it is quite convoluted the way the game works. I still reckon if we go to career now and we go to managerial vacancies. See, no, that's wrong, because I know for a fact that Pontypridd and what was the other club? Barry had. Right, let's take that as a screenshot as well. And I might have to supply a save as well. So, I didn't take a save before. So I'm going to say, well, I did. That was the start of the game. So I'm going to do managerial vacancies. Okay, saved it so I can report it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. We're going to dive into Sheffield United Women's League. Thanks for watching till to the end, and take care. Bye-bye. And just a disclaimer right there at the end that I noticed that my notes popped up. So that's from another save I've been doing in FM24. Nothing to do with this save. So yeah, those notes had nothing to do with what we just on the screen just now. But anyway, thanks again. Bye-bye.